gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah.
OPPO's foldable phones have always stood out to me as something different. The earlier generation felt like it was made for hardcore tech fans, the next one leaned heavily into photography, and now this new generation is all about perfecting that slim, lightweight design. This time around, the OPPO Find N6 actually feels like a true evolution. It's not just about small upgrades anymore. The biggest changes are happening under the surface. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. All right, let's talk about what everyone's been buzzing about, the crease. You've probably already seen clips of it. Some people even joke that Apple secretly picked one up to study. Honestly, I'd say they jumped the gun because the crease control here is seriously impressive. When I first unboxed it and peeled off the seal, I genuinely questioned whether this was even a foldable display. It's that good. To prove the point, I lined up 3 different screens. Could you tell which one was foldable? Now that the answer's revealed, you see what I mean, right? I've used plenty of foldables over the years, but nothing comes close to what the N6 is doing here. It's in a completely different league. And the hinge, it supports a wide range of hovering angles and feels super sturdy. Honestly, Apple might want to grab a few more units for research. What do you think? Agree or disagree? Once you power it on, the first thing you'll notice is how much slimmer the bezels are compared to before. The new 3D wallpapers powered by OPPO's AI look stunning, and when you unfold it, those bezels shrink even further. I really appreciate this design direction, especially since most foldables still feel bulky and heavy. This one genuinely feels like a glimpse into the future. And take a closer look at the inner display. It's almost completely crease-free. The viewing experience is a huge step up from the last generation. The attention to detail doesn't stop there. Flip it over, and the back design is just as satisfying. The camera module is perfectly symmetrical around the Hasselblad logo, which gives it a really balanced look. The flash, similar to what we saw on the N3, has been shifted to the top left corner, almost like a small button. It actually looks pretty clean. I've got 2 color options here. Black, which is subtle and understated, and orange, which doesn't scream brand new phone like the iPhone 17 might, but instead gives off a refined, Hasselblad-inspired vibe. There's also a Thai gray version, so which one would you pick? Now let's talk about the experience, starting with ColorOS. If the design impressed you, the software feels just as polished. It's smooth, stable, and packed with smart features. Take OPPO's panoramic free window, for example. If the 8-inch display still isn't enough, you can duplicate apps and use them across different areas. Sounds wild, right? You can keep opening more and more small windows. So how far can it go? Pretty far, actually. When you swipe inward within an app, it instantly turns into a floating window, which feels much faster and more intuitive than traditional multitasking. Once you've got multiple windows open, you can use a 4-finger gesture to expand everything into a floating split-screen layout. At that point, the panoramic free window kicks in automatically. And if you pinch with 4 fingers, you're right back to where you started. It basically merges multiple floating windows with a panoramic virtual workspace, and the result feels like a major upgrade. And if you pair it with the newly introduced stylus, things get even better. This is OPPO's brand new AI stylus, and it's very different from what we've seen before on foldables. This one actually feels practical. It's incredibly slim, yet it doesn't sacrifice functionality. A single press, double press, they trigger different actions, but the real magic happens with a long press. You can circle content on the screen, like turning a simple table into a chart, or take an existing chart and convert it back into a table. You can even transform images from the web into different styles, perfect for avatars or emojis. And yes, it can handle everyday tasks too. I'll leave that part to Xiaobu. At this point, handwriting almost feels secondary. Using the stylus just makes everything feel more professional. It also comes with a matching case that makes carrying and charging the stylus super convenient. I really like how it's stored. It charges directly from the phone, which feels much more modern compared to separate charging docks. The build quality is excellent too. Even if I flip it upside down and attach it, the magnets hold it securely in place. And when I open the inner screen and tap it, the stylus pops right out. It's just one of those small details that makes the whole experience feel complete. And if you're already deep into the iPhone ecosystem, honestly, there's no real pressure to switch everything over. OPPO fits right in alongside it. For example, when you open your AirPods case, a pop-up instantly appears on the OPPO device, letting you tweak noise cancellation or transparency mode. Once everything is connected, your iPhone's calls, messages, and notifications sync over in real time. So not only can you answer or forward calls from your iPhone, but even verification codes come through and can be auto-filled. If you're juggling multiple SIM cards or accounts, just imagine how convenient that becomes. I've also heard that OPPO is planning to introduce a file transfer feature that works with Apple devices directly, without needing any extra apps. That's going to make cross-device use even smoother. Messages from your iPhone are neatly organized into their own contact section, which makes everything feel clean and easy to manage. You can even choose exactly which apps you want to sync notifications from, so things like delivery updates or work apps come through, while annoying spam notifications stay out of the way. Basically, if you carry two phones, you can grab either one and not miss a thing. They work together seamlessly. Another big change this time is the replacement of the old virtual shortcut with a physical AI button. At the heart of it is something called the little phone feature. It's designed to capture whatever's on your mind. You can say something quickly and it'll remember it for you. Even trying to make sense of random bits of information. If you book a flight, it logs it as both a transaction and a travel plan. If you save something like a pickup code for food, it keeps it running in the background so you don't lose it. And if you come across a video you don't have time to finish, you can save it, let the system analyze it, and later come back to a text summary, or even jump back to the exact moment you left off. It can also remind you to use coupons you've saved. The more you use this little phone, the smarter and more helpful it becomes, which naturally makes you rely on it more over time. On top of that, the Find N6 brings upgrades across the board with its processor, battery, and display. Speaking briefly about the cameras, the main sensor has been upgraded to the HP5, and the ultra-wide lens now comes in at 50 megapixels. If you used the N5 before, especially its ultra-wide night mode, you probably already noticed how good it looked in previews, and now it's even better. With the hardware already pushing limits in terms of thinness and weight, OPPO has focused on solving one of the biggest concerns, reducing the inner screen crease to an almost invisible level. At the same time, they've improved the camera system and included a stylus for users who want that extra functionality. Foldable software is often criticized for feeling unfinished, but the N6 actually feels polished right out of the box. And based on my experience with ColorOS over the past couple of years, I'd expect even more features to arrive through future updates. What OPPO really proves here is that even when specs look similar on paper, the actual user experience can feel completely different. And honestly, I think the gap between devices this year might be bigger than most people expect. As for pricing, the base version of the OPPO Find N6 starts at 9,999 yuan in China, which is roughly 1,087 pounds in the UK, and about $1,452 in the US. All right, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.